Okay, all, welcome back to Kel on Earth. We've gotten a little bit festive since I last saw ya. Um, the time has arrived. I finally took down my Halloween stuff and I put up my Christmas decorations. I did get all of this couch stuff about an hour ago because I realized that I didn't have any like Christmas blankets or pillows, which is unlike me. I have a lot of like little signs. I have a tree which I'll put a picture of. But I didn't have any like Christmassy blankets. I think all of mine are at home at my parents' house. Okay. I don't know what is going on with this microphone, but as we've all been on this journey the past few episodes, it just keeps cutting out. And it has to be the microphone because it's like every time I like move weird, it just stops recording. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm like telling everybody this because no one can do anything about it, but I don't know. It never did that before. Like I've unplugged and replugged everything a million times. I don't know. It just keeps doing that. But I'm realizing that it cut me off. I was saying that I don't have any Christmassy pillows or blankets anymore. Well, I think they're all at my parents' house, the ones that I do have. So I went to Five Below like an hour ago and bought this stuff. And I feel like the blanket isn't the most festive blanket, but I really liked this little bow pillow. And I felt like obviously you had to have them together. I do like the blanket. I just feel like it's not the most Christmassy. I love the idea of like pink Christmas, but it's just not my vibe. And it's not the vibe of anything else that I have. But I'm like, who cares? I can get whatever I want. My couch will be a pink vibe. And then I got Santa just to like really kind of emphasize the Christmas vibe. So that's where we're at with Christmas decorations. Sorry, I'm like so off now. I don't know what to do about this, you guys. Okay. Luckily, it just cut out again. I'm not kidding. I've been recording for 5 minutes. Mic has cut out 10 to 12 times, so it's gonna be a good episode. Anyway, we're just gonna go over some of my notes today. Once again, I feel like, we're still kind of getting into like what the vibe of the pod is. Literally like 40 episodes in, but I guess like I don't know. It's kind of helpful if you guys like say what you prefer. I mean, I guess I'm also just kind of like doing whatever I want, whatever like makes sense for me. There are like things that I have ideas for, but I just find that most of the time when I like go through my notes, it just ends up taking me like 40 minutes anyway, like by the time I talk about everything. So, yeah, I feel like whenever I decide to actually like do something in the episode, whether it's like, I don't know, the quizzes and shit, then that has to be like the plan beforehand, and I can only give myself like 10 minutes to talk in the beginning, which I haven't been successful at yet. Anyway, as I said, my first note was that I put my Christmas stuff up. I don't even know what all you guys heard because due to the in and out of the mic. But I think you got the gist that I got my Christmas stuff up. And I feel good about it. I'm still like feeling a little like, I don't know, weird about holidays, but I don't know. I feel good about it. I feel like the whole city is like Christmas now, and it's just such like a fast transition. It's literally like overnight here. It's like November 1st. The Christmas music is playing. All the stores are decorated. Everyone's selling Christmas stuff. And I, again, like, hey, I love Christmas, but I think I was just kind of lagging a little bit. But I do feel okay about it now. I'm just like, oh my god, the passage of time, am I right? Okay. Also, the song I've Seen It by Olivia Dean. I've like, obviously everyone was doing, Man I Need. I love that song, but I feel like I was like a few weeks late, because I know that some other people feel this way, but sometimes I feel like when something's trending, I like just can't, even get into it because I'm just like, it's every other swipe on my phone, and I'm like, I don't know, I just can't right now. I feel like I need to wait. Which obviously all of her music is still trending, but it was like, it had that moment where it was kind of nonstop. And so I downloaded Man I Need, been listening to it. She's so cute. I love her voice. I love what she's doing. Um, yeah, just the type of music that makes me feel sick, as I say about everything, but I mean, yeah, she's great. She's very classy, like she's just everything. Anyway, so I was loving Man I Need, and then I went into, I don't know what the actual title is. I want to say I Make It Easy or I Make It So Easy. You know the one. And then I saw people posting I've Seen It. And then I downloaded that and I listened to it a bunch today, and wow. Oh my god, that song is so cute. It really like makes me want to bawl my eyes out. It just makes me sick. If you haven't listened to that song, which I'm sure you've heard it on TikTok and everywhere else, it's so good. Um, what else? I don't know if I have anything about music. Oh, been listening to a lot of Joe lately, which I'm always kind of listening to Joe. I go like in and out of phases. But he rocks, and I feel like the more I learn about his personality, I like him even more. He rocks. I really like his music. I like his vibe, honestly. When we saw him at All Things Go, like, I really liked his vibe. And it was kind of nice. Like, his set was just very chill. Like, he wasn't super. I like that. I feel like he didn't. Which, hey, I'm not blaming people that make it about them because if I was a musician, I would make everything about me. But it was very much just like about the music. Like, obviously, he talked a little, I feel like. I don't even remember. I'm sure he did. But it was really just like about the music. Like, there was a big part of his set that he was just like mixing shit, and like it was just like a vibe, honestly. I don't know. It wasn't like too much about like who like him. I've said this 6 times. It was about the music. But I don't know. I really appreciate an artist that's like that, and also makes me think of Ray. I really need to like listen to Ray's music. Like I don't actually like download and listen to her stuff, but seeing her, I knew she was like so talented because I feel like she's one of those people like within the industry that other people look up to so much because she's so talented. And then we saw her at Gov Ball and she was like amazing as expected. And I feel like I've just been seeing like clips and stuff of her lately, and then obviously her song, I don't even know, I don't actually know the name of it, but the one that's like, baby, oh, that was my husband. Yeah, that's trending. She's sick, but I was just saying that because I feel like she is so passionate about music. Like her whole set was just about her passion for music. And she's like insanely talented. So I really need to like actually get into her stuff. Um, I don't have any thoughts on Dancing with the Stars because it's Monday and my last episode I filmed. Oh, I don't remember if there was an episode in between. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be one on that night. I don't remember it. I also feel like I maybe didn't pay great attention to that episode. Ooh. Which isn't like me, you guys. Normally, like, I'm, like, locked into Dancing with the Stars. But I've been busy. I think this is when Danielle got voted off, which I'm really sad about. You guys know that I like Danielle. What are we gonna do? Like, there's, like, nothing that we can possibly do at this point. I do feel like I'm becoming a little bit disengaged with this season. But I feel like it's kind of just that time in the season where it's like, it's been on for however many weeks now, and then I'm like kind of just like ready to get to the final. Um yeah, I would still say on top or probably like Whitney and Mark. Robert and Whitney. Honestly though, I just think Whitney and Mark are like above. I mean, Jordan and Ezra are definitely like up there. I think Jordan and Ezra just are a little more like up and down. Like Jordan has some really good weeks. I mean, all of her weeks are good, but she has some weeks that are really stand out and then some like not as much. I just feel like Whitney is just more consistent. There's a few that are good though. And to be fair, like I do generally like the cast this year. We've already been over this, but maybe I'll have like more interesting things to say about Dancing with the Stars next week. I don't even know. So tonight's Monday, so tomorrow will be on. I don't know what the theme even is, honestly. After Wicked Night, I kind of like lost track of everything. Okay, so I also saw. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I'm like so out of it. So last week we did a Mom Donnie night out, celebrating Mom Donnie's win for mayor that we manifested in the episode last week. And it was really fun. That's a little more in my vlog, so if you haven't seen the vlog, tap in for some behind the scenes footage of that night. But it was fun. It was like needed. I just love hanging out with my friends, honestly, and having fun. That's like all I want to do every single day. So comment down below if you agree. I also last night had a Dubai chocolate cookie from Chip City because me and Sky have attempted to get crumble, not even exaggerating, probably like 10 times in the past, like since like the beginning of summer until now. We did succeed once, but every single time we go, it's closed. Every single time. I think we're always wanting to go on a Sunday, maybe is the problem. Um, then she went last night, was trying to get crumble. It was a Sunday. But luckily Chip City sweeps in. But the thing is, like, I think I prefer Chip City. The Chip City cookies and cream cookie, I love it. I love cookies and cream, though. Like, everything. And I love that cookie. But I saw they had Dubai chocolate. I love Dubai chocolate. The cookie was pretty good. Obviously, it's not, like, the best thing I've ever had. Just because my thing with all the Dubai chocolate stuff is, like, Dubai chocolate is expensive to begin with, so I feel like if there's something that's Dubai chocolate flavored or whatever and it's like regular price, it's probably going to be more of like a chocolate with a little bit of Dubai in there. So that was the vibe of the cookie, but it was still good. Would get it again. Kind of miss it, honestly. But here we are. We don't have Chip Cities in Pennsylvania. I never knew what that was until I came here and they opened one like right next to Crumble. Marketing. Which was a great idea because they're also open when Crumble is closed. And they have good cookies. And it's good there, and it's slightly cheaper than Crumble. Probably, it's still like kind of ridiculously expensive, but it's slightly cheaper. So I like what they're doing there over there at Chip. I also saw the movie Die. It's called Die My Love, with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. And to be honest, it was traumatizing. And honestly just dark. And I feel like I need to like, it was good, don't get me wrong. Like I think it was very well done for what it was supposed to be and the message that it was meant to convey. I think that I need to start watching movie trailers before going to movies because I really like to go into a movie not knowing anything about it because I just like to like get the full experience. But sometimes I'm just not in the place to watch like movies that have such heavy themes sometimes. But it was like very well done. And obviously they're both just like incredible actors. They really are, because when I think about it, I'm like, you know, sometimes when people get so big that it's like hard to see them turn into a different character or something because you're just like, well, that's just like so and so. Like it's hard for me to really believe this character, but like both of them I just like completely fell into who their characters were and like saw them as the characters and not as their own personalities, which I just think to me like the more famous you become, like the harder that has to be because like people know so much about your personality and just like break out roles that you've done. But they were both really awesome in it, and it was dark though. Wouldn't see it again, and I don't know if I would recommend seeing it. I guess it depends on what your vibe is, but um I don't know. It was just like not something that I needed to watch right now, to be very honest, but that's okay. It was still good, and I can like appreciate that it was like a good piece of art that was well done. Um and last night we watched Brokeback Mountain, which I've never seen. We watched it because Sky has this like film class that she takes. Comment if it's not even a film class. I think it is. Right, Sky? Um, but she needed to watch it for a class, so we came here, we watched it, and it was actually good. I mean, not that I was expecting it to be bad. I was expecting it. I don't know how to say this without not sounding like so like detached from reality. I was just expecting it to be darker. Obviously, it is very dark. Okay, I kind of wrote down what I was thinking. So I said I liked that I knew what was going to happen, but never. Okay, so I've heard about it for so long. I never knew what happened, but I liked that it was kind of predictable in a good classic way. And I don't mean that the plot is positive in any way. It was just the type of film that is like making a statement that's clear, and I feel like so many movies I see today are kind of taking you to another galaxy, if that makes sense. And watching that was just straight up like, yeah. I think like it's like so many movies that are made today that are meant to like be metaphorical or make a statement are like very, very, very much that. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't know where we are right now. But I understand that that's like a practice, and like you have to be able to like you have to understand references, which like some I don't. I can still appreciate that, and I still like to like watch movies like that, but I also appreciate a movie that's just like this is the plot and this is exactly what happened. So I've just been thinking, I have such a hard time like saying like I am this or I am that, because then I feel like I just contradict it. But lately I've just been like I feel like I'm just so literal that sometimes I just am like I don't know. And it's not that I don't like things that aren't literal, but I find it like it's so much easier for me to digest something that's just like this is just what it is. It's just straightforward. Like lately I feel like there's been a trend specifically with I just think of Deeper Well and also Brat. They're both just so literal. Like it's just like the words are just like boom boom boom, this is what happened. Literal like quote, we're quoting people. I'm saying exactly how I felt. And I just like that. I mean, again, I remember I saw Phineas. I think he was on Jake Shane's podcast, but he was saying that like that was a trend. But him and Billy like really appreciate the idea of like things being metaphorical and not everything being literal, and it's like I also appreciate that. I think that's like a big part of so many people's music specifically is like I feel like Taylor Swift is a good example because she's like very much like references a lot of different literature or like creates whole stories that aren't real but they like mean something, and that I can appreciate. But I also just appreciate things that are very like straightforward. um I don't know, I do, but I felt like that about Brokeback Mountain. It was just like um and again, I'm not saying that like there was no metaphor or nothing. Like, every movie has like I feel like some sort of metaphor, even if it's maybe not even on purpose. But it was very like the I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like the plot was like positive, but it was just like easy to digest for what it was. And I appreciate that. And I kind of miss that about older movies. I feel like a lot of new movies now, it's like you really have to like lock in and figure out what's going on, which I know. I feel like some people really like that. And again, I've said 60 times I don't hate it, but I can just appreciate a little bit of, you know, here we are. Here's what we're saying. What did I do today? I worked. I did schoolwork. I applied to a bunch of jobs. So if anyone wants to hire me, I mean, I already have about 3 jobs, but I'm looking to transition into something new in the spring semester potentially. So, we'll see. And that's really all I did today was like work. It's not even that late right now. It's been just getting dark so early. So, what time is it? It's like almost 8. But I was done with work at 5. Went to Five Below, Here I am. I don't know. I'm like, for me, I mean, I've been recording for 20 minutes, but I kind of feel like it's not long enough. But I guess this is just like a short little episode. I feel like I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. I think because I filmed a podcast last week and then started the vlog that day and then finished the vlog like 2 days ago, I feel like I don't have that much to update you on because I kind of like have been showing everything for the past week. So that's really my vibe. But I'm also seeing Wicked 3 times next week. I can't believe it's time. I really cannot believe it's time for Wicked. I can't wait. So I'm going Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thinking about going Monday. Because I just can't believe it's time. I will, like, oh my god, I need to, like, recap, like, seeing Wicked for the first time because, oh, wow. I honestly have never, ever, ever in my life been that, like, locked into a movie. And you guys know I have memory loss, but, like, I remember, it was genuinely, like, a core memory for me. Like, I went by myself, it was IMAX, and the theater was just like full of people that were so excited and like so many friend groups. Oh my god, it was like emotional. I was sitting by this older woman and like me and her just kept like connecting throughout the movie, and then we were like crying together at the end. Like, yeah, that's my share right there. I just remember seeing Ariana come out and like singing Good News and like literally like just like oh my god, I'm just like she's so talented. You guys don't understand. I like genuinely need to do a whole episode about like Ariana Grande, Harry, all my girls. But it's just like I can't even start talking about it because it's just gonna be like very annoying. Her and Cynthia are just like not real. Seeing The Wizard and I for the first time, like they're just not real. Like Cynthia's voice like physically moves me. Like you almost have to kind of physically move across the theater space when Cynthia sings. She's unbelievable. They're just unbelievable. I love Wicked. 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 So I can't believe next week, and I can't believe it's the last one. I literally have chill. Like I'm not getting full body chills right now. I'm sad, but I'm so excited to like feel like that again. Oh, it's just such like a special thing just experiencing something for the first time. I'm so excited to like sit down and be like, this is the first time that my eyes and my brain are gonna process this movie. But it is great like the first like 2-3 times. I mean, I went to see Wicked 6 times in theaters and then I purchased it and watched it like every day for a month. I'm not even kidding. Like I have something wrong with me. But it's like the first time seeing it is just like you don't know what's next, and it just feels like it's just like boom boom boom, like things just keep hitting you and you're like I never ever 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 want this to end. And then the second time you get to like really digest it and like notice so many things that you didn't notice the first time. And yeah, so I'm really excited. And I guess depending on when I film next week, I'm gonna have my Wicked update. But I think this is gonna go out on Wednesday. So actually, when this is coming out, you guys, I'm seeing Wicked for the first time. Wicked for Good for the first time tonight. You know what? You know what? Send me a message. Send me a good luck message, you guys. Comment if you like my new pillows and my blanket. This is really it. I'm like ready for bed, honestly. I'm so tired. I've been sleep depriving myself for what feels like weeks at this point. I really need to just like clean. How many times, like, take a shot every single time the past week of content I've made that I said I need to clean, and I still haven't. But I think tonight might be the night. I just need to like pick up my room, really need to vacuum and just like I love going to bed with my Christmas tree on, and I finally put in a new like smelly thing in my wall, winter candy apple, and it just makes me just want to go to bed. Love to sleep. I can't believe it's November. Yeah, tomorrow's 11/11. Well, thanks for watching. I really adore you guys. Adore You by Miley Cyrus. I'm tired, and I hope you like this, and I hope you sleep well tonight, and I hope I do too. I honestly miss all of you. There's so many of my friends that I haven't seen in a while. Miss you horribly, but I will be going home in a few weeks, so that's good. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.